Hey you all, I have been excited about MCP servers and have been trying to dive into them. And in this exploration journey, I created an MCP server and deployed it on Cloudflare workers. Now I'm going to show you a quick demo of what this MCP server does, and hopefully you will use it as well. But if you want to learn how I built this MCP server, do let me know. I'll be happy to show you how I built this MCP server. Now, this MCP server is very specific to Berlin. It uses the Berlin's public transport API to fetch real-time information for all the buses, trams, and trains running in Berlin. So let's just say I am at the main train station and I want to go to the airport and I want to find the best route, the public transport route. Now in here on the Claude desktop app, I'm gonna ask Claude to help me find the best route. Now this is gonna use the MCP server that I created and basically use the tools from that MCP server. So the first is to search for the stop. It searched for the stop for Berlin Hauptbahnhof, which is basically the Berlin Central Station. It found the ID and the name. Next, it did the same for the airport. So it got the ID for the airport and the name as well. And now using those two IDs, it is fetching me the information for going to the airport. So as we can see now, we have this information. It gave us the real-time information from the API, and it says that we're going to reach the airport by 1949, which is 7:49 p.m. Now this is great, but I just remembered that my flight is for tomorrow and not today. So let's just ask Claude to give me the best possible options to reach the airport at 8 p.m. tomorrow. Now, as we can see, it has added a new parameter called departure, which is going to be tomorrow 7 p.m. From the previous interaction, Claude understood that it is going to take us roughly an hour to reach the train station. So because we want to reach the train station at 8 p.m., Claude set the departure time for 7 p.m. for tomorrow. And based on that, we now have an updated response that gives us the best options to reach the airport by 8 p.m. Well, this is a small demo of the MCP server that I created. If you are in Berlin or if you are gonna visit Berlin, I would recommend you try it out. To use this, you can add this MCP server to your Claude app. Just go to this GitHub repository where you can find the information, and here is the link to the deployed MCP server. Now again, this was built and deployed on Cloudflare workers. So if you want to build it by yourself, you can refer to the code available on the GitHub repo. And I still have the deploy to Cloudflare button with the template that we provide. So if you want to build your own MCP server, which has a different use case, you can still use this repository as a reference and deploy the template and get started with building your MCP server. And again, if you want to learn how to build your own MCP servers, you can find a lot of tutorials on our developer YouTube channel. So just head on to youtube.com/@cloudflaredev or head on to our documentation where we have a step-by-step guide for you. And if you want me to show you how I created this MCP server, do let me know. I'll be happy to show you. Until next time.